much fruits are important in our life. You see, everybody says you must eat 3 to 4 fruits of different colors every day, right? So imagine if a fruit is wild. So if it's a wild fruit, its properties and its benefits, I suppose, they may be 2 or 3 times more than what we have the cultivated fruits. So before starting, I would say that edible wild fruits are the fruits which are not commercially grown. And you see, being very attractive, fruits have always been a part of our food system. And what we see is that edible wild fruits basically refer to the species which are not cultivated, and they sometimes do possess many other properties which a common man doesn't know. So in India, you know, people are very much close to nature, and our kitchen is supposed to be a storehouse of medicines. So in our homes, whenever we are ill, we have stomachache. So we have so many remedies already lying in the kitchen. And believe me, they are 100% efficient. And they work till now. Over the recent year, what we have seen that there is a drain in the kind of knowledge which we see regarding the traditional medicines and some other uses of wild fruits, wild vegetables, and all other things which were very easy and passed on over from one generation to another. So, keeping in view we came across so many reports that the traditional knowledge about the use of fruits is going down from one generation to another. Even my kids, if I take them to a jungle, they would not eat anything which they don't know. They would be scared of. And sometimes it's also true they can be turned poisonous also. So keeping this in view and keeping this the drain in the traditional knowledge about the wild fruits and other medicinal plants, we devised a study, and it's in the 3 districts of Jammu and Kashmir, basically which is the Himalayan region. This is the experimental site, and keeping in view the different altitudes, we try to cover almost 2 contrasting agroclimatic regions, say from mid-hills to high hills in the Himalayan region. So these 3 districts, the Riyasi, Ramban and Kishtawar, they all lie along the river Chenab, which is flowing through, and it's also known as the Chenab Valley. But you will see from this slide that there is a difference in the altitude. So at lower altitudes we'll be having more of the subtropical fruits and subtropical plants. As we go higher in the Kishtawar district, we'll have some temperate type of vegetation. I'll just run through this. This is our methodology, that how we selected the number of respondents, and in all 5 respondents were selected from each village randomly, and overall our study had 260 respondents. And we had one condition: all the respondents were over the age of 50 years. So in order to stay very clear about the traditional knowledge and the use, we deliberately selected people with more than 50 years of age. And the data was obtained through questionnaire, and this is some of the statistical tools which we applied to know that what are the relative frequency of citation, what is the importance of the family to which these fruits belong, and what is the use value. So out of 260 respondents, how many would specify a particular species that will result in its higher use value. So these are the results of our study. So mostly the people were of middle education up to middle level, and mostly they did agriculture. And these are the wild fruits in the study area. The names of these fruits, edible wild fruits, are in the local language of that place only, that 3 districts only. Maybe in Hindi we may be calling them by some other names, but these are, some of the names may be common also. So this is the list of almost all the edible wild fruits reported by the people of that area. Now this is Fragaria nubicola. Now it is also known as the Himalayan cherry. I'm showing some of the photographs of these edible wild fruits. This also depicts that what kind of stature they was. There were trees or herbs or shrubs. Now this is Punica granatum, and if I take its common name, most of you will be knowing that it is anardana, right? So it is a very common fruit, wild fruit of that area, which is commercialized, and it sells like anything. Cydonia oblonga, commonly known as bay. It's a very tasteless fruit. It has no taste. It's a cousin of apple, but it is said to possess many health benefits by the local people. Then this is Xanthoxylum armatum, and commonly we call it timru. And you know, the fruits of this tree, it's not a big tree, but it's a medium-sized bushy tree. The fruits of this tree possess some very nice property which are digestive in nature, and it is also used, the stick of this, the stem of this tree is also used to relieve the toothache. And the stick, the stem of this tree, it is also used to prepare chutneys, because it is believed that the stem has a flavor which it imparts to the whatever chutney when you grind it. So some of that flows into the chutney, and you will get a very different flavor from that. It is carbonative and digestive in nature. Then this you must also be knowing, Terminaria chabula. It is harad. Now harad is a part of very important formulation, Ayurvedic formulation, that is Triphala. Harad, Bhaira and Amla. Amla is commercial, so everybody knows that. But these are not so much commercial. This is Bhaira, and these are used in different proportions to make Triphala. Then this is Viburnum grandiflora. This is also a wild edible fruit. Then this is Diospyros lotus. This is also a wild edible fruit, and it is also given in the prasad of the Mata Vaishno Devi shrine. Basically it has what you call very good digestive, as well as it induces sleep. Nowadays we have a lot of sleep disorders, so the skin of this fruit, it is sweet in nature, and studies have shown that it helps in inducing sleep and relieving insomnia. Now this is the growth habit. Mostly we had trees, followed by shrubs, herb and climber. Now I have listed the botanical, ethnomedicinal use of these edible wild fruits, all of them. This also depicts the part used, the mode of consumption, what is the application, and then we have what we got from the statistical analysis of that. So one more thing is, it's very important to note that most of the medicines, even the synthetic medicines which we are using today, they have been, they had their origin in the trees. For example, Cinchona officinalis for chloroquine, and so many other drugs also. So the importance of this study is that the results, the uses which the people are mentioning, that can be further researched to find out, to isolate new drugs for that. These are the plant part used. Most of it was fruit. I think traditional people, the ripe fruit is naturally justified that it is very easy, you don't need anything to add to it or to prepare some decoction from it. These are results of some statistical analysis. So mostly Amblyga officinalis or Amla was cited by most of the people from the respondents. And as far as the use value is concerned, Ficus carica, fig, a wild kind of fig, that was reported maximum by those participants of the study. The Rosaceae was the highest cited family. Most of the plants belong to this family. So these are the conclusions of this study. Around 32 edible wild fruits were consumed by the people of the area, which were being used to treat so many diseases as listed above. And mostly they were trees. The other two uses things I have told you. And what we need further is that some of these things can also be commercialized. Another thing is conservation, that we need to see that which of the plants are in threatened zone, which are widely available, and what can be done to conserve them. Thank you so much. Any questions I may have?
Very nice presentation. So my question to you is that these fruit species which you have mentioned, was it primarily based on a survey, or do you have access to those fruits or the plant material?
No, we went to those areas. We also brought the samples with us, and then we conserved those samples. We confirmed the species, the scientific name, the local name, with the many botanists from the University of Jammu, and then using that we finalized and we properly identified the species. We do have a herbarium of these all species in our department.
So next question is, have you done any nutrient analysis or the analysis of the samples, biochemical or the actual wet chemistry data on the components of the nutrition?
No.
Can you do it? Do you have access? Can you do it if it was possible?
Some of the people from the biochemistry department, they are in touch with us.
Okay.
So we don't actively do that. They do that, but we provide them the plant samples, the identifications, and the list of traditional uses.
Yeah, that's great. I think I was just thinking, if you have the sample, and if you can request any of the biochemical or other organizations to help with the complete profiling of the nutrients in the affected parts, then we can actually say what is the chemical which is contributing to those health benefits, and then that will lead to the commercialization if possible. Great, thank you.
Yes, sir. Some of the plants which I have listed in that, these are also being analyzed by the Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine. That is also situated in Jammu. Earlier it was known as Regional Research Laboratory. So the biochemical analysis and development of new drugs, and that part is being taken by the Indian Institute of Integrative Medicine, Jammu, run by the CSIR. Okay. Right. I know. So thank you very much.
There is no question. I want to ask you that maybe it is a very good
the forest.
Only from Jammu.
You can call it a Himalayan region.
Yeah. Have you seen any variation in this morphologically or in fruit size or something? That what supplementing your son, that if you will be going for profiling, because we call it as abscission, whatever the plants it is grown in your Jammu, that whatever the nutrient content it might carry, that might not be present here.
Yes.
That's why what Sir is telling, that if you go for the nutrient profiling and any other enzymatic study or something, then it will be very, very valuable approach, and you can compare and you can go for extensive study like you can access and collection like, then you can go for this profiling and any morphological variation is there. Thank you, Dr. Sandeep.
Thank you so much. I've taken